And when he walked away, I was worried. I said, "Geez."
Ken was still the captain down
Cal
in
was
San Bruno?
still, and in 1973, Ken told me in 1972 that he was going to go to Union City as chief of police. I told him, "Geez."
That's across the bay, Union City.
Union City, California.
Near Hayward.
Right.
All right.
I told him, be careful. There's a lot of problems there. But anyway, he was going to go anyway. He said, "Good luck," and that was it. But I believe Captain Ken was chief of police of Union City in 1973, early 1973. So my father told me this after he went, and I told my father he was the chief of police in Union City, which I don't think my father knew then.
And what happened to
and then I asked my father, "What happened to the blackmailer? I mean, is he still blackmailing you?" He said, "No, he disappeared."
All right.
So, in 1970, just as everything was, the Zodiac is gone and this, and no more killing when Wayne, there's no more Zodiac killing.
So nobody big that could know
Well,
about this and do possible harm to you?
About 2 months later, approximately, I got a visit from the mayor of San Francisco.
Mayor Alioto came to visit you?
Joe Alioto, yeah, came to visit.
And why did he visit you?
Well, he was a good friend of my father, and I met him numerous times, and in fact, that when I got elected mayor later on, he was there too. In 1980, when I got elected mayor again in Coma. So he was always a friend of the family, and a powerful, powerful man that wasn't involved. He was involved with people that you don't want to be involved with. So
why would he come and visit you? I mean, you visit your father, but why you?
He wanted to tell me everything would be okay, and just try to, if you can, keep your mouth shut. And he had a persona about him.
The mayor of San Francisco knew about the Lake Tahoe crime, and he's patting you on the back essentially saying, "Don't worry, everything's taken care of." Is that what you're telling us?
He never mentioned Lake Tahoe, but I'm assuming he knew about it.
He said something like, "Everything's taken care of."
Yeah.
Or "Don't worry."
Don't worry. Yeah.
But it sounds a little suspicious, obviously.
Well, Captain Ken I'm not going to elaborate anymore on that. Captain Ken, I read in the paper in 1974, he was shot in June, I believe, of 1974, and he died
Shot in the line of duty? Was he trying to arrest
at
somebody?
a banquet, assassinated. And then he died he died 3 months later in September, I believe, of 1974. When I read that in the paper,
He was assassinated.
I knew what happened.
It sounds a little suspicious, I would have to say.
I knew what happened. But I found out later that they caught the murderer of Captain Ken, or Chief Ken at then, that's San Bruno, Hispanic name. His name was Baca, B-A-C-A, and they convicted him. But as I put in the book, if the Baca wasn't involved with the mob, they got the wrong guy. But again, no offense to any police departments, they don't care anyway, as long as they get somebody.
By the way, speaking of the book, I mean, I should mention now that I've read your book, and you've still, even with all this, you've left out interesting things that people would want to read about if they're really interested in what you had to say. I don't see why they wouldn't be interested. And so there's some good stuff that you haven't got time to mention now, so they go online and find your book. Now, did anything, after this Alioto visit and your father, did everything quiet down, or was there more problems in the future, later on about this? Any other problems surface that you frightened you, or you felt you had to deal with, or did it just all go away?
That, to my knowledge, I can't think of anything now.
All right. Now, I know for a fact that you and a fellow named Don, went in 2002, you decided you were out of the Colma area by then, and the two of you went back down and to check on old records of you for being mayor and police chief, and you found a few things that you felt that you should contact police authorities in around the Bay, Vallejo, San Francisco, other places. Tell us about the contacts with the police. 2000, you wanted to try to clean some Zodiac things up, apparently, and what happened in 2002?
Well, I contacted through certified mail. I contacted San Francisco PD. I contacted Vallejo PD by certified mail. Then we contacted State Line. Nothing happened there. But San Francisco, I got the letters, certified letter. They all signed it. That they received it. I told them I was a cop. I told them I know information. I mentioned names in there, and that in the certified. In the letter in the certified mail, mentioned things that you should have contacted me. I mean, I told them a cop, chief of police, help, please contact me. No, they don't respond.
Contact.
Nothing.
Here's a story of a crime with a policeman on the scene, a wealthy father squelching police investigations, and you have a name of what you think is a legitimate Zodiac suspect, and none of them showed any interest at all. Like, who cares?
Nope.
Might have been a back alley bum murder or something.
I notified 2 San Francisco Chronicle staff writers, telling them the same thing. Please, I'm not. I'm the real McCoy. Just contact me and hear me out. No response. I mean, the San Francisco police were pathetic in doing this, and the staff writers, they were incompetent. I mean, that's their job. At least contact me. At least contact me. Nothing. In 2009, I contacted the FBI, sending them a book, asking,
That was this book you have here, the End of Zodiac.
Yes.
Right? Did anything in between that 7-year period? Did you do any other contacts in between 2002 and 2009?
No.
You just sort of like gave up, and then somehow you got the fever again later on, I guess.
I mean, I don't know if it's the FBI didn't care or they just didn't believe me. I contacted the El Dorado Sheriff's Office.